BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's just check the audio. Yep, she's there. Right, so continuation then from yesterday. I would say for Bitcoin, most likely a bit further down. We'll look at that first, and we'll bore you to death with the Forex side of things. So what we saw yesterday was a move up into the 4-hourly 200 simple moving average. So this is following the death cross. We had a death cross over here, which is fine. It's not mega bad. It's only a 4-hourly, but sometimes 4-hourly death crosses can yield as much as like a 35% move. I've seen it many times before. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but it can happen. All it is a strength of trend, or a trend changing in a certain direction. And you know, if we have divergence, which at the moment we've got divergence of the moving averages, but the 200 simple moving average is still actually moving up. It's only just flattening out, going horizontal. And it's when it starts to turn down is a bit of a problem, as all these other moving averages are pointing down as well. Now we're still above the 200 simple, exponential moving average, and we've not got a death cross on that. Most of the time, I would consider exponentials to be more important for crypto because it's such a volatile asset. They seem to have more weight to them, but we can't deny the move that took place yesterday, hitting a simple moving average. So it's classic death cross retest. So just as we look for golden cross retests, which is what we were hoping to see around here on the 200 exponential, we would also look for simple moving averages or retests of exponentials for death cross retests. So kind of leaves us in a bit of a conundrum, really, which is why I said it's, for me, taking chips off the table is a relatively decent thing to do, because there's no edge here. Moving averages all flattening out in one place. We've got a death cross over here with a retest of it. We've got a golden cross over here with a retest of it. We're basically range bound between a 200 simple moving average as a resistance and a 200 exponential as a support. Whichever way it decides to break, it might have immediate continuation, right? So if that's the case, we've already speculated that each drop down to supports is going to roughly be around $1,000. So we got about 28,500, give or take, roughly, for our support. And up here would be back up to the previous high, but I'd probably even say incremental resistances on the way up. We've got 30,800. So we're in a tight range now with a view to break down or up in its particular direction. So we'll come back to Bitcoin in just a minute, but we'll look at the Euro. So the Euro is pulling back down below this resistance stroke support area with a view probably to get picked up around here, about 110.03. Sorry, 110.3. So not too far really from where we're at right now. That's a Bollinger Band Center on the daily, so we'll be looking for that to get picked up. Again, it's Monday now, it's early days, and obviously for the Dixie, that would be a little bit further upside for the Dixie to about 101.68, right? So a little bit further in the current directions, and then see if they get rejections and supports around those levels. We'll see. If we go over to the 4-hourly, I mean the 4-hourly is a trend from the buy zone or the support area, but it's not a strong trend because we're still below the higher term moving averages like this, and we don't have any kind of pump signals or anything like that on the Ichimoku cloud. So basically could even just be seen as a dead cat bounce to get a death cross retest of its own. Same thing with the Euro, just a healthy consolidation from a significant run. And there's your 200 simple down here, basically 110 flat. So I'm not massively concerned about huge major continuation in the Forex side of things until, of course, we see the reaction around these areas, and then we can make that decision. Stocks obviously is not quite open, not quite yet, but pullback is fine. I would imagine a buy the dip on the S&P. We're looking at this on the 4-hourly, 4,500, and if we just check it on the daily, we'd be looking for 4,508. So there's plenty of areas for dips to be bought on major markets, and the trends are still strong in their overall daily projection. But for crypto, I would also just reiterate that at the moment it could go either or. Now, I aren't selling all my Bitcoins, so don't get me wrong. You know, I bought much lower than this. I don't expect this consolidation, no matter how bad it gets, to get any lower than where I bought it from. It's kind of, I mean, anything's possible, black swans or whatever. But generally speaking, I would not expect this to break down below. What did I buy it from? 21,500 or something. So I'm not going to be selling any of those Bitcoins. Absolutely not. It's the altcoins which I'm basically taking profit on, or even just cutting losses on, just in case. Because if we're going to see some sort of major alt season, and look, I've been incrementally buying altcoins for the long term, dollar cost averaging. That's different. I'll keep those, and I'll keep dollar cost averaging into them. But anything that I would consider to be a short term trade, I'm out of those, and I'm just leaving. I'm just leaving it to do its thing. I've closed all my bots as well, with a view to open them again from lower places. I just feel as though if we're going to start to see some major moves in alts, I'd rather buy them from, you know, when it comes to trades. I'll be looking to buy them from higher levels when Ethereum's above 2,000. Unless, of course, something really tickles my fancy, which at the moment, with this kind of meandering sideways and down view on Bitcoin and on Ethereum, I'd rather just sit it out and wait and see. Traditional markets have been a much easier market to play than crypto, in all fairness. So, long story short, yeah, we could be breaking out, we could be breaking down. Continuation would be a 4-hourly candle body closure above, we'll call it 30,400, and immediate continuation for the further downside would be closures, probably we'll call it below these wick lows, so 29,500, 4-hourly candle bodies. We'll have a look at the 1 hour just to see if there's any little clues as to what's going on. Short signal on the 1 hourly, so that's only a 1 hourly, so you could probably only just target that down to 29,005, see what happens there. Again, there's really not much going on this Bitcoin chart at all, and nor has there been for such a long period of time. The volume is still relatively low compared to how it used to be. You can see how small it is, and so consolidation is fine. If we did pull back, I would buy Bitcoin back. I would buy more Bitcoin at 26,600, and I would buy more lower the lower we go. But before then, I wouldn't bother picking any Bitcoin up myself. I've got quite enough of it. My main state of play from this for the rest of this market is going to be for altcoins, and the lower they go, the better it will be for long-term positions, because they're already mostly in wrecked city, these things. And if the further they go to wrecked city, would be the bigger the gain in the long run. So dollar cost averaging into big dips is absolutely a decent strategy at this level. But right this very moment in time, I'm not sold on either direction, and because of that, it's not really a trading range or an environment to trade in for me. So sit back, watch and wait, and let's see which direction it picks, and then we can, we'll try and capitalize on that direction. At the moment, there is really no direction, so it's not really worth trading it, to be honest. Right, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.